Hey everybody, this is Jason Creel and this is Lawn Care Life. Today I've got an extreme situation where I'm going to try to kill some really tall weeds with a cheap combination that I like to use to control weeds in the lawn. So I'm going to show you the combination and we're going to show you some extreme circumstances here and we're going to see how well it works. I got a feeling it's going to work pretty good. Let's get started right now. Today's video is sponsored by my friends at Graham Spray Equipment. If you see the rig on the back of my truck, that comes from Graham Spray Equipment, Douglasville, Georgia. Give them a call or check them out at grahamse.com if you need a spray rig for your business. Here's the situation. Many of you follow the channel know I renovated my lawn, and I'll show you that. I'm out here parked in the yard. We plugged in, it's looking pretty good. But this property actually used to belong to me, and I sold this property, and it was cleared maybe, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago. And it's just basically bush hogging it every now and then to keep it maintain the new owner. So I sent him a message. I said, hey, would you mind if I did a little experiment and sprayed some of your weeds? He said, oh, you can spray the whole thing if you want. Well, I didn't necessarily want to do that. It's about 1.5 acres. But I want to spray a section of this with the two products I'm going to show you. And sometimes when I do these videos, people think I'm killing everything. So I'm going to purposely spray a little bit on my own yard so that you can see it's not damaging the grass. Like some people accuse. So let's show you the products. We're going to spray it and we're going to keep an eye on it in this video and show you at the end of the video how well it works. Would you agree that this is some pretty extreme weeds? So let's just take a look real quick. So you got all kind of stuff, some kind of briars. You got these tall fuzzy things. You got these that are almost as tall as I am. Just giant mature weeds. There's poison ivy in there. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I'm actually feeling pretty good about it. And obviously I'm not going to spray the whole thing, but I'm going to spray a decent section here and we'll see what happens. Now, these are some products that I use on my customer's lawn in my weed control and fertilization business. So I've actually already got them mixed up in my Graham spray rig. And to show you the products here, and these are ones, if you follow the channel, you've seen me talk about before. This is Change Up and this is Manor, which is metsulfuron. These are two products I like to use a lot, and I can use them at a very low rate. So use Change Up a lot of times for spot treating weeds, but often have been putting it in my tank and to kill a lot of tough weeds like yellow wood sorrel, field madder, stuff I see in the springtime. And then throughout the summer, it's great on spurge. It's good on centipede lawns. One thing I like about this combination, it's relatively inexpensive and also can be used on warm season lawns and cool season lawns. You want to check, make sure they can be used on your grass type, and of course wear your PPE. Metsulfuron in this bottle is called Manor, but you can get it in other product names. I think MSM Turf was one that I've used before. And use a very low rate of both these products. So metsulfuron, I am going to go to just 1/4 of an ounce per acre, okay? If you need to know how to calibrate your sprayer, you can do a search for Lawn Care Life calibration after you watch this video. Because you might be saying, well, my yard's not 1 acre. I'm not going to spray a whole acre. We need to figure out how much volume you are spraying and how to know how much to put in a tank. And it's very hard to mix this product in a small quantity because, again, you're only doing 1/4 of an ounce per acre. Now, Change Up, if you read the label, I believe on the warm season grasses, it's going to start at a low of 16 ounces per acre for St. Augustine grass, and I think it goes up from there for Bermuda, zoysia, and centipede lawns. But I've found that when mixing these two together, this was recommended me years ago, but mixing it together, you can actually go below the 16 ounces per acre and still get good results. So I'm just using 1/4 ounce of Manor, which is very low rate, and I'm only using 12 ounces of Change Up. So that saves me some money, and I think it's still going to be very effective. So that's the combination we're spraying today. Let me put my gloves on. I'm going to fire up the Graham spray rig and we're going to spray this. And of course, we'll check back and see what happens. I've had some people drive by and wonder, what in the world is this guy doing out in his yard spraying a bunch of tall weeds? All right, so you notice I did spray a strip in my own yard there. I was trying not to get out in the jungle. Didn't want to get bit by a snake or something, but sprayed out into the jungle, and then I sprayed a strip in my own yard so we can see, hey, is this damage? Is this just straight weed killer killing everything? Or is it just killing the weeds and leaving the turf grass alone, which is obviously what I'm going for. So it's been 3 days since we sprayed the weeds. Let's see the update. Of course, we'll start by looking at what the turf grass looks like. This is Bermuda that wasn't sprayed, Bermuda that was sprayed. We're supposed to get some rain tonight, I believe, so hopefully this starts to green up, but I don't believe there's any damage from the herbicide. And then you see the weeds that have not been sprayed, and as you come over here, you start seeing the ones that have been sprayed. So the big tall ones bending over with their heads bowed. You see there, they're starting to show some more severe wilting than they did the other day. I believe that the changeup will also get these briars here. Now again, we sprayed a really low rate of changeup. You know, obviously a higher rate would work faster and give you more extreme results, but I want to show you that this very low rate also will work even on gigantic weeds. So we'll keep walking down, looking, seeing the carnage here. Now whatever this is, I don't know what this particular weed is. I don't necessarily expect that to die, but you can see more and more weeds that are looking sad. So all right, let's give it a few days and then check back and see what's going on later. All right, let's check on the weeds that we sprayed. It's been about 8 days since the application has been super hot. So let me show you what the damage looks like. All right, still green in the grass, that's great. Still green over here in the really tall, nasty weeds. And then let's get over here where we started spraying. Look at this one here. He's a big boy, about 6 feet tall, because it's about as tall as I am. I'm just gonna pan over there. One thing I like to see, you see right here, that yellow one, that's poison ivy or poison oak or something, I think poison ivy. So this changeup's good on poison ivy, which is great. Those are looking terrible, terrible. Like we saw last time, it's controlling these briars. So it's still working. Let's give it some more time. Maybe check back one more time. We're getting 90s consistently, hot weather. The thing is, if you were to cut these down with a lawnmower, I think most of them would not come back, the ones we've sprayed. And you can see the ones in the distance that look healthier. So we'll check one more time and see what happens. It's been about 2 weeks. I'm going to show you the final results. We can drag this out of the change-up metsulfuron application on these gigantic weeds. Let's see what's going on. All right, obviously you can see the green, healthy jungle out here that you could probably lose a car in almost. And as you get over here to the part that has been sprayed, that big part. Now this is the thing that's almost comical sometimes when I do videos like this. People say, oh, you didn't kill the root. I feel very confident that this weed, which is 6 feet tall, I'm sitting here looking at it face to face, and I'm 6 feet tall. If I cut this weed down, I mean, if you pull it up, are you expecting the root just to vanish in thin air? I mean, there will be a root there. But I feel very confident if I ran over this with a lawnmower, it would not grow back. Okay, this is a dead weed. Anyway, I get a lot of comments and people's like, you didn't kill the root, you didn't kill the root. I'm like, this is a dead plant. It's not growing back. At least that's my strong opinion. You see others, some of them might not have got quite as good an application, but even on those, I think if you mow this with a lawnmower, I don't think they're coming back. The poison ivy, yellowing it out, whether or not that's gonna continue to die or not. And the thing to remind you again, I use a very low application on the changeup, so a higher application would probably got even more extreme results. These look terrible. I kind of like the way those big tall weeds look, because it really did a number on those. And it would be interesting to run the lawnmower with this and just see what happens after what comes back and what doesn't come back. And some of these kind of weird weeds, I don't even know what that stuff is. It turned it brown a little bit, but it's not dead. Those I do think would not come back if I cut it with a lawnmower. So anyway, good results, and you can imagine the difference in spraying this jungle and spraying like a few little weeds popping up in your yard that are like an inch tall versus 6 feet tall. This is a very effective combination to use on your lawn. I like it because you can use it on warm season grass and cool season grass. Check the label to make sure it's safe on your lawn. It did not hurt our turf grass. I use this all the time, Bermuda, zoysia, centipede, St. Augustine lawns. Very effective at controlling just about any broadleaf weed I'm gonna run up against. It's not gonna kill your sedges, but a fairly inexpensive product. I'm gonna pop another video up on your screen now. If you enjoyed this video, though, I use the same combination to control American burnweed in the lawn. Thanks for watching. I'm Jason Creel. If you hadn't done so, subscribe to the channel. I recently got to 100,000 subscribers. Appreciate the support. If you're interested in getting into weed control and fertilization business, or mowing business, or mosquito spraying business, you can go to lawncarelife.com. I got a lot of resources over there. We'll see you guys in the next video.